just getting started. I got a little bit of a later start than I imagined, but had a fun time with Jeremy, who gave me a ride. Well, got my tent up. Home for the night. All right, I'm all packed up. Ready to go. My campsite in the daylight. Cloudy, but it didn't rain last night, and it was plenty warm. Time to put in some miles. Well, I'm doing a little bit of off-trail route finding because there was a big old bison that was sitting not too far from the trail that jumped up. Kind of started when I came around the corner. It wasn't too close, thankfully. But then he was just standing there, so I was not going to walk past him. So I went up and over the backside of a hill and way around, and now I'm on the other side of the hill from him and trying to make my way back toward the trail. And we're back. I'm singing in the bullfrog opera. The Raccoon Masquerade Ball. And got Broadway tickets to see a chorus line of crickets. Man, that's loud. Hey, Froggy. Well, here we go. Creek crossing. That's the trail. Guess I'm getting wet feet. Whew, that was a pretty good rocky climb up that hill. Made it over the ridge. All along the trail there are these piles of branches and lumber, probably 10, 15 feet high. See, it's on both sides right here. Curious what that's from. It's from logging or clearing underbrush. Some of them look like they were big trees, so I'm assuming probably logging, but I don't know. Oh shoot, my car broke down. This is not a good place to be stranded. Not a bad spot to sit and take in the sunset. Good morning. It is morning of day 2, Sunday. I had kind of a long day yesterday. You are not allowed to backcountry camp in most parts of Custer State Park. So there's a campground halfway through, but that was going to be kind of a shorter day for me, so I decided to push through and get to the edge of the Black Elk Wilderness, where I am now. I just missed seeing the 1880 train. There are the tracks. I don't know if you can see them, but I could hear the horn blowing just a little while ago. Guess what? I met a couple of real live YouTubers out here.
We're just not YouTuber stars, just YouTubers.
Just YouTubers.
This is Tim and Hoot.
Huh?
And they're out here just hiking a section of Centennial Trail.
Yep, about the first half. Backpacking with Buckley and
Hoot on the trail.
Yeah.
Met
Pleasure
him up,
to meet John.
Met him at a water source, and we just hiked a few miles together. So nice to pass the time with some company.
And we can't keep up with this guy, so
It's
we're
got a
saying...
10-pound pack. It's got a 10-pound pack.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like I'm about to start the climb to the highest point on Centennial Trail. This also happens to be in the middle of a 9-mile stretch between water sources. So I think I'm gonna have an electrolyte mix, drink some of the extra water I'm carrying, and head up. It's too hot for a chocolate bar. An elk just ran past fairly close to me. There's another one up ahead. Don't want to spook them. Well, I made it past the elk without incident. Right after I saw the elk, I passed a couple of hikers headed the other direction. I think they probably scared the elk down. They can really move downhill though. Wow. Not quite at the high point, but this is the scenic overlook. Not bad. Hopefully it's all downhill to Sheridan Lake from just up ahead. Here we are, Sheridan Lake. Time for some water and some beans. The lighting is just amazing right now. Beautiful view of the lake. I couldn't have timed this any better. Good morning. It is morning day 3, Monday. I was exhausted last night. It was a hard push to Sheridan Lake, a long stretch without water. But it was gorgeous views of the lake. It was a really scenic area and some cool features on the trail. So it was fun to be there right around as the sun was starting to set. So I pushed a few more miles past Sheridan Lake just to find a spot to disperse camp. And now I'm just shy of mile 50. And I've got about 17 miles to get to Whispering Pines Campground, where I dropped my bag of food. So pick up the rest of my food there, and I will stay there tonight. So I should get up and get moving. Little first breakfast. Caffeinated noon with vitamins. If I can do this with one hand. Then I'll get a Pro Bar. Hit the road. Whoops. I was so mesmerized by this cool stand of trees and this path that goes through here that I just walked down it, but apparently this is not the trail. I missed a turn. So I gotta backtrack a little bit. Oh yeah, look at this. They gave me a heads up that this was good water. Looks like they were right. Much better than the lake. I am stopped at Rapid Creek just before Pactola Reservoir. Stopped to have some lunch and top off my water. I've been leapfrogging with this group of buddies from Ohio all day. We keep passing each other every time the other group takes a break. They just passed by not too long ago, so maybe if I catch up with them, I'll introduce you. Well, I crossed paths with my friends from Ohio. Going away, we've been leapfrogging all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi. I'm Scott.
I'm Buck. Tyler.
Ain't nothing like it. Can I see my water real quick?
I'm just rolling into Whispering Pines Campground. The group of guys from Ohio ended up hiking the whole way with me. They're just a little ways back. One guy got split off, but I think they're probably going to come down here. Fun meeting another group of guys and hiking with them for a little bit. I'm ready for a break.